It looks like it's the end of 2018. And I wanted to make a recap video, not just because everyone's doing it, but because I wanted to do this for myself. Hello, welcome to the recap video. Nice to meet you. Anywho, I just really wanted to make this video mainly for memories and just to know what I've been through. Like, I never really made any of these, and I guess it would be smarter for me to make them, or not smarter, just would be nice as a person or as a human who grows and, you know, memory fades and such. I will have a video vlog, you know, telling me what I done and been through and blah 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 blah. Anywho, enough of that yibber yabber. I don't mind if you I know this is a little bit different than from what I do. Feel free to watch. This will be just a talking video. Again, this is mainly for me. So sit back, relax. We're just gonna talk here and have a good time and just talk about what happened to me in 2018. Right. Let's get started. So, I did take some notes on my phone, and not throughout the year, no, but some things that I would like to, go over, I guess. So, I'm not texting, I'm just looking at my notes. So, 2018 recap. How my year went. First, let's talk about the channel. Okay, so exactly 1 year from now, I had 6,338 homies. And now I have 7,774 homies, which is interesting because at one point in this year, I had like 13,000 homies, but that was because of sub-bots. So we did have to deal with sub-bots this year and the purging and stuff, which is fine. I knew that I was getting botted because, you know, how did I jump from like 7,000 to like 12,000 in just like a couple days, you know? So it was like, okay, I'm being botted, which is why we didn't celebrate 10,000 whenever we passed that milestone or whatever. I chose not to do that. But eventually, you know, YouTube purged me, and now I'm back to the 7,000s, which is completely fine. I don't let the numbers really fuck with me. It is kind of embarrassing in a way because people think, you know, yo, you earned it and all that stuff, and I'm like, not really. It was just a bunch of bots. But, you know, having to explain it to everybody, they're gonna be like, then why are you getting botted? Or anyways. Overall, that happened to me this year. I didn't let it bother me. It was kind of like a annoying situation because, you know, getting fucked with or whatever, and you know, but it wasn't too big of a deal. Another thing that happened in my channel, which is amazing, is that a couple things. I had the opportunity to no longer work on Fridays at my full-time job. My goal is to eventually work full-time YouTube, but I didn't want to take the big giant step of leaving my full-time job. One is a big risk. Two, it's not really smart, and no offense to anybody, but even though I do have money saved up, I'm kind of a cheap bitch, and I don't like watching my money plummet down very quickly. So I thought having one day off is like kind of, you know, dipping my toe in the water, seeing how it works. I would use that day to make videos for Mondays. And that is another thing that happened this year. I started making, you know, Let's Plays or, you know, content on Mondays. Something I don't normally do, mainly because I'm a lazy fuck, and I personally don't enjoy editing. And that comes to my next thing. Another blessed thing that happened to my channel and me and to my viewers is that I was able to hire on SystemFreez. He was able to make, or he does make actually, highlight videos 2 times a month. 2 times a month on the Fridays. So now it's Fridays by SystemFreez, as some of you may have seen. His videos, the way he edits is fucking amazing. I do not regret hiring him on. I knew he was super talented from the videos he made, and I was like, I like you. Especially because he reached out to me whenever I asked on Twitter, hey, you know, I was like, anybody want to make my trailer video? And he's like, sure, I'll do it. And I was like, cool. And then he did it, and I was just like in awe. One, he stepped to the plate. He offered himself his talents and such. And two, he did an amazing job above and beyond. And he's already made several videos on my channel that I am amazed to have on my channel. Thank you so much, SystemFreez. Shout out to you. Be sure to check him out, you guys. So other than the sub bots and, you know, having Fridays off and SystemFreez, overall I'm really happy with how my channel went this year. I've met a lot of new people. I've had so many more memories this year. We've cried, we've laughed, we've cried some more, and we've laughed some more. We've got plenty of drunk. Let's not talk about Cinco de Mayo. For those of you who are curious, it is unlisted, but if you are a sponsor, you can't see it on my Discord. Just saying, sponsor Discord. And so on and so forth. So that is moving forward for my channel. Things that I would like for me to see for myself for 2019 is changing my intro and my outro card. Those bitches are old as fuck. Plus, I don't have purple hair anymore. New hair, new me, new year, new me. Said that wrong, but you knew what I meant. I need to change those, and it would be nice to hit 10K, although the number is blah, 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 blah. But, you know, it doesn't hurt to have goals, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. That is it for my channel talk. Again, I really do appreciate everything that has happened, especially you guys. Thank you, everybody, so much who freaking supported me and showed your love to me this year. And I love what I do, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon for many more years, and I'm really excited to see what 2019 has in store for me and the channel and for the homies. I can't wait. I really can't wait. Officially moving on from the channel topic, let's go on to what happened to me behind the scenes, behind, you know, streaming, you know, my real life, you know, me. So, here I have on my phone, 2018 recap of my life. January, I actually started working out, which is kind of a big deal. I am lazy as fuck, let me tell you this. I've always been lazy. I blame my mother. Don't tell her I said that. But the only time I've really been active is when I was in band in high school, which forced us to work out, but that was only for 2 years. After that, I started kind of plummeting down in laziness, not being active, and just being at home, eating my chips, eating all the fast food, playing all the video games and such. Every now and then I would get the spurts of, you know, motivation, and I would work out, but it will usually last for like a month or like 1 to 3 months, and inconsistently. Yeah. So, but this year I actually worked out pretty consistently for the entire year, and honestly, I have Fauna. Honestly, I have Fauna to thank for that. My best friend, my roommate, my boo, my other half, my everything. She shout out to her. She has been way more dedicated to the gym than I have. She, especially the last few months, she's been going like 5 times a week, and I only go 3 times. I only go 3 times just because it's my choice. I don't want to get like buff or nothing. I just want to get slim. She has other goals. Hers are different. Anyways, shout out to her though, for sure. Check her out. She's on Twitch. Just saying. Anyways, I started working out in January. My motivation to keep going to the gym, other than Fauna, was vidcon. VidCon, we were going to the beach, I was meeting more homies, etc. I did go to PAX in January last year as well, which was amazing. I have both videos for PAX and vidcon on my channel in case you guys are curious. But those are my main motivations. I wasn't super slim for pack. Sorry for the homies who met me there. I was still kind of, I got my cheeks for days. I was still a little chunk, a little thick. You know what I'm saying? But it was amazing meeting the homies. No one judged me, of course, because I was me at the time and blah blah blah. And the wonderful memories. I loved meeting every homie there. It was wonderful. But then VidCon was a little bit more months later. I think it was in May, I believe, and it gave me a little bit more time to work out. So that was like my main motivation. Okay, boom 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 boom, I was working out. Still not my weight goal. I was still a little, still got a little chunk there, chunk there. I wasn't, you know, okay, whatever. Anyways, went to VidCon, amazing as well. Went to the beach, went to VidCon, went to Vegas right after that for a birthday. Amazing memories. Won't forget it. Also, again, videos on my channel. Anyways, I continued on, and I also wanted to mention, here comes the sad part. 2018, I lived the single life. Ooh. It's kind of a big deal for me because I've always been in a long relationship ever since high school, or in a relationship in general since middle school. But my longer relationship started in high school. I started out with a 2-year relationship, and then I ended up with an 8-year relationship. So yeah, it was kind of a big deal for me being, you know, experiencing the single life this year. Although I was single 2017, the drama didn't really happen till 2018. Yeah. In June or July in particular, is when my world turned upside down. I was heartbroken. I was shattered into a million pieces. I lost a piece of myself. I'm getting emotional just talking about this. I have never been so low. I mean, okay, I have been low in my life, but I guess, okay, the last time I was low in my life was when I got in a car accident and I was crippled, essentially. I couldn't walk, or I was broken with my left ankle, my left wrist and my left ankle, and I couldn't shower on my own. I couldn't walk. I couldn't go down the stairs. I couldn't do anything. Anyways, but that's a different type of sadness. This is more of a love sadness, and more mentally, I was lost. Again, heartbroken. I was so down. I don't want to say what happened. I personally know what happened, and although I was hurt, I still fully respect my ex, and I'm going to keep that between us. But just know I was destroyed. But you know, it was pretty bad. So let me tell you, I was like crying myself to sleep. It was kind of before and after the situation that had happened. I was kind of not over the fact, you know, over my boyfriend at the time. And it was just, I was learning how to be alone. I was learning how to do things without him. I was very dependent on him. You know, and after sleeping, like not sexually, like literally sleeping with someone for that long, and you know, you're sleeping in an empty bed by yourself, you know, it's kind of a big change. So anyways, after the whole situation that happened in June or July, I don't really remember, I was distraught. I was pretty much quarantined in my room, like being in bed always, you know, the whole depression phase, not wanting to do anything, not wanting to do anything. You know, not wanting to talk to anybody. I didn't really want to talk to my best friend who literally lives like 3 steps away because she is my roommate. And she knew I was pretty sad as well. But me as a person, I don't really like opening up. I'm not really that kind of person. I've never really been. I don't know. I can't really say why. I just never really been that person. Anyways, so it was hard for her to help me when she didn't really know what, I mean, she kind of knew what I was going through, but it not fully mentally. I was, you know, at some point I even thought about getting a therapist and all that stuff, but luckily I was able to get out of that rut. Shout out to Fauna, to JB3, to Furan, and to all the homies that were really there for me in my rough times, even though I didn't really say what was going on at the time. And I was really down, and you guys really helped me through the rough times, and I'm gonna cry if I keep talking about this. So you guys were really there for me when I needed you, and I didn't even ask. You know, you guys were just were there for me. Especially you, Furan. You told me to get out of bed, mainly because I asked. I was like, I need help getting out of bed. But you know what? You helped me, and you were there for me, and thank you so much. I really do appreciate you being there for me. You have no idea the impact you had, you know, helping me get out of that rut. I didn't even have to tell you what was wrong with me, and you still helped me, so. I really want to thank all the homies as well. Sorry I'm getting emotional, but it was just a really dark time for me this year. And all the homies, you know, I had a lot of, like, unfortunately, I did put out a lot of sad tweets. I didn't say why I was sad. I just put a lot of, you know, I'm sad, blah, 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 kind of, you know, sappy tweets, unfortunately. But it was how I coped, I guess. But you guys really helped me too, for those of you who reached out. Some of you DM'd me as well, and I really do appreciate that. And you guys helped me out through in streams too. Streaming in general just really helps me. It gets me distracted. I turn into a different person. You guys, you know, you guys help me smile, and I really love hanging out with you guys, and hopefully you guys like hanging out with me too. As Ariana said, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. I really am. Thank you for still being in my life. I don't care if people give me shit. I'm very glad you're still in my life, and I hope 2019 will be better for you too. But something else happened this year, all around the same time too. Not only did I get my heart broken by my you know, my ex-boyfriend of 8 years, but I also lost a friend, and she I don't know. Some of you may or may not know, but I also don't want to say why, but it is unfortunate that that friendship ended, you know. It kind of ended in the wrong way. We were pretty close, and it's kind of a shame how one misunderstanding ended a whole, you know, pretty close friendship. I would say she was my YouTube best friend pretty much for the most of the year. And one misunderstanding, boop, friendship ended. I tried, you know, it kind of sucks, you know. It is what it is. Like, I hope she is doing great. Things could have been different, but it wasn't. So it is what it is. Again, if you're watching this, I doubt you are, but if you are, I hope you're doing well, and I'm sorry that it ended between us. And I did think about you for a long time, and I still do. I do miss our friendship, and it may not ever be a thing again, but I wish you the best. Anyways, that happened all kind of in the same time, so that kind of fucked with my mental. It was just like it was a shit year, like I said. It wasn't good. It was very dark times for me. Anyways, enough of that sadness. Over and done with. Moving on. Those two particular shitty events just kind of turned my year upside down. But it did really help me grow as a person as well. Both situations. One on the love side is, I don't know, I became more independent. I think about things differently. I handle situations a little bit different. I don't try and let things hurt me as much, or at least other things that would hurt me less, because I know how other things would hurt me more. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. I'm not very good with the words, which is why I never really do these talks anymore, because I just ramble and mumble and Anyways, as for the friendship part, I kind of have to be a little more open with my friends. It is my fault that I am pretty reserved as a person. I don't like opening up. I have trust issues. It's just always been a thing. Ever since I was little, I don't know. It's just, I like to think for myself. I don't like to, just me talking about my problems feel like it's a burden on someone else. Even though that person wants to help, I'm just like, no. It feels wrong to me. Like, I don't know. Just opening up, and I just feel like if I do open up, I feel dumb, or I feel like they could use that information for something else, or they can make fun of me or think bad of me, even though I don't know, that's just the way this little noggin works. Anyways, I've learned a couple things from those bad situations, which is good. I feel stronger as a person. Even though this shitty stuff happened to me this year, I definitely feel like I grew. Mentally and physically, because I am also 25 years old this year, or turned 25, which is a fucking weird number, let me tell you. 25 just sounds old. I don't feel or think I look old. What you think? But I don't know. Anyways, moving on from that sad era, my summer was something else. It was a very spiraling depression sort of phase, and I'm kind of glad it's over. I'm over it. Time heals, unfortunately. Time does heal, and, having friends helps, and doing something you love really helps as well. Like, for me, it was streaming. Streaming is my main outlet. I love entertaining people, and I am an introvert. I consider myself an introvert in the real life. It is different online. I know you guys hear me and scream and blah, 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 but in real life, I am pretty introverted. I like to stay in my room. I don't like to go out. I don't like meeting new people. Oddly enough, hello. I don't like talking, really. Believe it or not. That's why I'm so hyper and stuff and loud on stream, is because I'm usually quiet during the day, and I just kind of explode in those 2-hour period that I am on stream. But the weird thing about being introverted is that I still manage to make new friends. Although I said I don't like meeting new people, I do like when the right people come into my life. So at work, I met a friend. I've been working there for 2 years, and I may have talked to my coworkers in passing, but never as a friend. And one day there was a new person who came around, and I was like, hey, that guy looks cool. He looks like someone I could be friends with. Sure, let me give this a shot. And I reached out, and I was like, hey, want to be friends, essentially. Because he literally, I have cubicles, at my work. And from my boss, I heard that he also likes YouTube, and I was like, hey, we can relate on YouTube. Perfect. And that person is named Tom. He also has a channel on YouTube. It is Odd Shaped Channel. Sorry. His channel is Odd Shaped Channel. And we've been friends since. And you know what? It's a good friendship. And you know what? I met his fiance, and it's perfect. I have 2 new dear friends who I've gotten along with so well. And the fiance is named Kimber, who also is part of Odd Shape Channel. They are such dear friends to me. Like, I have no regrets. I'm so glad I did something out of my comfort zone and actually reached out to meet someone new at work. And now I have a friend at work and outside of work, because we've actually been hanging out like almost every weekend. Imagine that. If it's kind of interesting, because usually it's Fauna, my best friend, who is more of an extrovert than I am. It's usually her friends that we hang out with. It's her coworkers, her, you know, everything. And now I have friends. You see, and you know, it's I don't know. I feel kind of weird saying that, but it's true. I mean, I had friends prior, but not like close friends, I guess. I don't know. Not people that I would want to hang out with, you know, like on the weekend, or weekly rather. So it's nice. And also another blessing is that I met Ballin. A shout out to you, Ballin, as well. I actually met Ballin through YouTube, and fortunately enough, she actually lives in Austin as well. And we actually, I actually met Kimber, which is Tom's fiance, and Ballin and Baha, which some of you may have seen. Ballin and Baha are also like a thing, and on YouTube. And I met them. Well, I met Tom at work. Okay, this is all confusing. This is why I don't say stories. God damn it. Okay, so I met Kimber and Ballin and Baha all at the same time at Pinballs. Excuse me. We had a meetup, and it wasn't awkward. Before the meetup, I was so nervous. Again, being an introvert and me not liking people, I was so nervous. I was literally shaking. I even got there, and I got there and I told Ballin, I was like, I'm so nervous. I wasn't afraid to tell her how I felt, and she said she was nervous too, so it kind of helped. And we all drank, and we literally had the best time. It wasn't awkward at all. I'm so grateful for me to step out of my comfort zone, and now I have, you know, my little Austin fam. You know, it's nice. So shout out to Odd Shaped Channel, aka Tom and Kimber and Ballin and Baha. So I really do appreciate you guys for coming into my life in 2018. It's really nice. I love you guys. Thank you. You know, I also wanted to mention that I've gotten so close to Kimber that I even let her freaking brand me, essentially. She has already tattooed me. She tattooed my body after only knowing her for a couple months. That's how close I've gotten to my new friends. It's really nice, and I'll show you guys. So here's my tattoo. This is the tattoo that Kimber did on me. It is still in the healing phase. So I wanted to say, hopefully you guys can hear me from this far, but the music notes represent, these is my twin brothers, the other one over there is my oldest brother, the top one is my father, the elephant is me, and the butterfly is my mother. So I trusted Kimber to do a family tattoo on my ribs, which, by the way, I would like to talk about that too. You know, it's perfect. I really thank you, Kimber, for putting this permanent art piece of my family on me. I really do appreciate it. Also, the tattoo is not finished. I would like to have some color in it, some rainbows, and the elephant will be gray, of course. So I'll show you guys a updated version of that sometime next year. But that is what I have before this year ends. So I really wanted to show you guys, and it's pretty interesting how, you know, ending the year with like a tattoo. The I forgot to mention that the torn ear is kind of like the rough times that I've had, not just this year, but through all my life. It's just like a nice little symbolism-ness. And the colors will mean, you know, my love for colors and such. And the middle colors will be like green, so it will represent nature, which is my love for nature as well. The elephant is because I love elephants. Fun fact, in case you didn't know. Anyways, the experience of having a tattoo or a rib tattoo was interesting. You know, in TV, they usually say that rib tattoos are like the most painful thing ever. And, you know, you see so many people crying and screaming and stuff. And honestly, I mean, I'm not going to say it wasn't painful, because that shit was painful. But it wasn't like, I'm dying, you know, kind of situation. Towards the inner part going into my stomach and like the lower rib, that was mainly the most painful part. And by the end of the session, I really wanted to punch the table, but it wasn't like a screaming pain. Of course, this is how I reacted. Everybody reacts differently to different pains and such, but this is how I personally handled the pain or reacted to it. I guess it wasn't painful at all. You can tell Kimber, honestly, or ask Kimber. Honestly, the worst part was the rubbing away the ink, of course, and like her like dabbing it at my spine, and that just made me like giggle because it would tickle me, honestly. But overall, having a rib tattoo isn't that painful. But I can't wait to see how shading is. Anyways, again, shout out to Kimber for tattooing my body, and I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting my nervous ass be your client, and I really do appreciate it. I really do. Thank you. Well, that's pretty much how my year ended, and now we're in December 31st, which is when I'm recording this video. How time flies, huh? Next year we'll be starting off with going, well, of course, back to work, but then going to PAX 2019, and I know there's gonna be so many more people going this year. Last year it was like 8, 7, 12, 10 people. Now it's gonna be like 25 people going. Wow, that's a lot, and I can't wait. It's gonna be great. I've already been, this will be my 3rd year going to PAX, so I have some sort of experience. I kind of know what to expect. So hopefully I won't be nervous. I'm not nervous now, but as time gets closer, I probably will be nervous, but I probably won't be as nervous as previous years. Maybe, at least that's what I'm hoping for. I can't wait to meet all the new homies. I can't wait to see what 2019 holds. I can't wait to see how I will grow as a person, what will happen to me next year, what's going to happen. I don't know, and that's the beauty of it. This year, although it was shitty, looking back now, I'm glad it happened. I grew as a person. I experienced things. I learned, I loved, I lost. Not a lot of people can say these things, I guess. And again, I'm glad it happened. Although as much shit talk I've I've given to 2018, I think it was an important year, I guess. I'm really glad it happened, and I'm really glad for all the new people that came into my life. I'm glad for everything. I'm happy. I'm me. This is the new me going into 2019 with more knowledge, more experiences, and more motivation. I'm more motivated than ever. I can't wait to do more for my channel. I can't wait to make more videos. I can't wait to meet new people. I can't wait to get my heart broken again. I can't wait to love again. I can't wait. I'm ready for 2019. And I hope you are too. I love you guys. Let's make 2019 our bitch. I'll see you next year, guys. Peace.